Good morning, good beautiful morning to you. How are you? And welcome to Women's World Show Daily Live Show. And my name is Clara Chisova. I am always so excited and happy to be here. So today is the review of the movie Aníkúlápó. I need to make sure I pronounce it very well. I'm not a Yoruba girl. I'm in Nigeria. If you know, I'm a Nigerian Igbo, but I took my time and I watched this movie that that is produced and directed by my favorite director, Kunle Afolayan. And oh my God, this is Aníkúlápó. Check it out on Netflix. Okay, first of all, let me go into this movie was featured a lot of interesting actors in Nollywood, and you have likes of Sola Sobowale, Kunle Remi Bimbo Ademoye, and likes of them. Like it was really well compiled and well put together. I don't know. Wait, first of all, let's pause and breathe because the fact that for I understand for the making of this movie, Mr. Kunle took a drive to Oyo and they were looking for location for this, right? And then he found a village somewhere in Oyo, empty land facing the mountain, and they bought 40,000 acres of land and made a village out of it. How amazing is this? Like, why are we not talking about it? Why are Nollywood people not talking about this? Why are Nigerians not talking about this? I mean, we should talk about this. This is a big deal. He literally made a like it's a cap. I don't know what it's called now. Cap Entertainment, Cap TV Entertainment, something, and there's hotel. As I understand, there's hotel in it, of course, for lounging, and then there will be like small villages for shooting movies and make small house, which is really beautiful. I think like that movie took me back in time. The Aníkúlápó movie, it took me back in time, and I understand that there is so much. That is a heavy budget. He did not reveal exactly how much they used in the movie, but he said it's a heavy budget. It was really huge. I think that like this movie on Netflix is an eye opener for people to actually see what Africa looks like, from the eye of Africans, people who live it, who breathe it, who eat it, who knows exactly how it is to be an African. And they tell you the story of how exactly it is. Like that movie took me back in time. I felt like I was really in the village, or the hunt houses, it just showed you like the whole village life, how it is, but in a more the setting of the royalties, in the olden days, especially in the Yoruba settings, I think, because it's a Yoruba movie translated in English on Netflix, so you absolutely watch it. Actually, you can actually listen to it in Portuguese, Spanish. I watched some of it in Spanish. I watched some of it as in there are different languages that you can click and watch, which is really amazing. But if you're a Yoruba person, you understand Yoruba. Why haven't you watched it? It's really, really amazing. I totally recommend it. Okay, before I go to the recommendation, I'll tell you. In this movie, Aníkúlápó, first of all, means it means the man. Oh, okay, wait. I need to put my book together. It said, "He who has death in his pouch." That's what Aníkúlápó means. So in the description, or rather trying to break it down, is like the man who has his own destiny in his hands, something like that. He decides his fate. So, and this is exactly what this movie is. It just, greed creeps into a man who actually supposed to have a life-changing power, but greed creeps in and took over him, and then he lost that life changes in different way. I don't want to give out spoilers, but honestly, I totally think it's a movie that you see like a Yoruba culture. um I want to sneeze. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that coming. Okay, it's gone. So it's a movie that gives you insight to Yoruba culture and how people, the royalties operate, how things are being done. It was really beautiful to watch. The ending though, I want more. I think I really want more. Like he said in his interview that the movie was supposed to be a series, but this making it a movie was a trial run for Netflix for them to know if they would take it on. And I think that from what I understand, it made global number one movie. So why not a series? Mr. Kunle Afolayan, why not a series? Make it a series. I would totally invest in this. I mean, invest in terms of watching it. I think it's really a great movie that is, worth watching, is what, taking my time to see what's going on, what's going to happen to him, if he's going to become a better man or if he's going to be a worse man. I mean, and what happened to his wife. I want to know what happened to the wife, the queen who actually, I can't give out a spoiler. I can't. I'm so eager to tell you more about this, but I can't give out a spoiler. So the queen who actually left her own fate to follow another man's course. Let me just put it like that. So what happens to her? How did it end? Because she was so sad at the end. She finally found happiness, and at the end, as in, it now took a different turn than I expected. Like, oh my God! But this actually highlighted basically the real greed of humanity. Some people that once they get power or once they get what they want, they become greedy and they want more and they want more, and they feel like they can own it and start talking to kings, as if they are his mate. As in, so this is a real life thing. It's a fiction movie, by the way, but well made. Mr. Kunle Afolayan, please make a series out of it. I think it's really, amazing. The Village. I remember you saying that, the whole idea is that if you make it a series, it could be something like Game of Thrones, and I could see it like that if you continue in this light of portraying Africa and the quality of what it stands for, and Yoruba. I mean, Africa, Yoruba, Nigeria, culture, the way it stands. I would like to understand more. I want you to go in depth and show us more of Yoruba land, show us more of Yoruba culture in this light, in this regards, in terms of Aníkúlápó. That's how I can say it. So, having said that, Mr. Afolabi also said that in his interview with Channels TV, he actually said, referring to areas of interest in in storytelling and all that, he actually said, I want to tell story that captures values, cultural values, family values, but without necessarily neglecting the essence of why we do content, which is entertainment. I'm always mindful that my content must be entertaining, it must be educating, and it must be informative. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. This movie you delivered, and I understand that you guys, that the movie was supposed to be selected for Oscars award, and for some reason again it did not qualify. But hey, you know what, who needs Oscars awards when Africans can invent their own Oscars? Like, I know that this movie is really, I feel like this movie really deserves worldwide recognition. We need to loud it so loud that everybody go and watch it, and put it on the map. It's really a great movie. It's giving me, I'm a Nigerian girl, but I don't know so much about Yoruba culture. I would love to know so much, and this actually gave me more insights. I've watched a few Yoruba movies, but I want to know more, as I want to see more of something like this on Netflix. So thank you so much for that. And I think also this is like a movie that shows that Africans need to tell their story without, as in, not having people who don't know how it is to be Africa feel, how to be African, how to live African, how to be there, tell our own story. We need to tell our own story ourselves without kind of implying, the modern or the foreign culture in it. If you want to tell African story, you tell it to the core. And I think that is what this Aníkúlápó movie did. So I'm giving it a big thumbs up. It's the must watch for me. I did not waste my time. In the beginning, though, you might like, okay, what's gonna happen, And then in the middle, you get stuck. You don't want to go. There's this point of no return where you're like, oh, okay, this is getting interesting. So it's kind of like that. It takes you to the point of no return, which is always very important in any content or in any story. A point of no return where people don't want to stop watching. So there is that in the movie. So highly recommended for me. And please go patronize this movie, put it on the map, Aníkúlápó on Netflix. Thank you so much for watching, and you have just watched WWS Daily Live Show, the review. My name is Clara Chisova. Tune in daily on our Daily Live Show. A lot of things lined up. If you have questions, comments, anything, please comment in the comment sections. And we'll be reading out all the comment sections soon. So let's get into it. See you tomorrow. Have a very wonderful, wonderful day.